Today we are creating a really fun Valentine's Day vase using some of our Dress It Up button embellishments. We're using buttons from the Valentine collection. You're going to need 2 packages of Gift of Love. They are both red and white heart-shaped buttons in the packages. You're also going to need a few other items that you may already have around the house, so let's get started. For my vase, I am using a vase that I had around the house. It is about an 8-inch vase, and I also picked up some sand to fill the bottom of my vase with. Both of these items can be reused after the holiday is over with. The vase can be reused for any of your flowers, and the sand comes in a resealable bag so that you can pour this back into the package until you are ready to use it again next year. I also went out into the yard and picked about 5 pieces of branches off of the trees. This time of year in particular, it's very easy to get some branches that don't have any leaves on them because here, when it is Valentine's Day, it is still winter time. So I was able to pick about 5 branches that are all about the same size. You don't want to use anything that is too large for this, so just stick-sized pieces of wood, and then I have coated these in white acrylic paint. You can spray paint these or you can leave these brown. It's completely up to you. For the decorations that are going to go on our branches, I have got several pieces of felt in different shades of pink and red, and I have a wooden heart that I used as my guide. I just laid this down on my felt and outlined it with a pin so that I can cut these out to use on each branch. You want to be sure that you have 2 of each one for the front and one for the back, so that we can completely cookie or sandwich that branch between our pieces of felt. So go ahead and create your shapes using whatever template you have on hand, or you can just freehand these with your scissors and cut out as many hearts as you would like to use. Once you've cut out all of your hearts, lay them out in front of you. I've got 2 of each, and alternatively I have the back of each one of these over to the side, so I actually cut out 4 of each color just so that I could have 2 of each one of the ones that I have. Next, I'm going to add these really cute, inexpensive glitter hearts that I found in the craft department. These are over where you find any of your paper crafts. They were in a package of both the red and the pink, and I'm just going to lay these on top in the middle of each one of my hearts, and I'm going to glue those down with my hot glue gun. Once I have glued down the glitter hearts to all of my felt hearts, now I'm going to place hearts from the Gift of Love, my Dress It Up button embellishments, into the center of each one of the glitter hearts, and I'm going to glue these down using hot glue as well. When I'm using hot glue to glue my buttons down to any surface, I try to avoid getting hot glue in the center of the button where the buttonholes are. That way, when I place the button down, I don't have hot glue that seeps into all of the buttonholes. So I very gently place my glue on either side of the holes and around the top and around the bottom, just avoiding the buttonholes in the center. Once I've glued down all of the buttons onto my felt hearts, now it's time to add our decorations to our sticks. Once you're ready to add your hearts to your branches, you want to be sure that you pick up a front and a back. Remember, the backs are plain for each one of our hearts, and you want to decide where it is that you want your heart to fall on your branch. If you want your heart to be at the very top of your branch, or if you want to come down a few inches, you want to be able, though, to have enough space so that you can place both of your hearts so that you have 2 on one branch. Now we're just going to flip this over to the back, and you can see I'm going to lay this right onto the very tip of the branch, and I'm going to hot glue the back to this, sandwiching that branch in between each piece of felt. Alternatively, if you don't want to use glue to attach your hearts to each branch, you can do a whip stitch around the edge of each one of your hearts. You can also add extra dimension to each one of your hearts by filling these with polyfill. before you do your whip stitch. But I'm just going to go with the most simple method and hot glue the front and the back together, one on the tip, and then I'm going to bring the second heart down further on the branch and glue it front and back together just like I did with the top one. You want to repeat this process, gluing 2 hearts to each one of your branches. You can glue 2 of the same heart to each branch, or you can mix these up and add 2 totally different hearts to the same branch. It's up to you. Just be mindful of the amount of room that you have on the bottom so that your hearts do not fall on the inside of your vase. So give yourself plenty of room here. If your vase is 8 inches long, you want to give at least 8 to 9 inches on the bottom of your branch so that your hearts are on the outside of the vase and not down inside your sand. Once you've attached all of your embellishments to your branches, you're ready to fill your vase with sand and stick your branches down into your vase, and you have a beautiful, whimsical Valentine's Day decoration that you can use every year.